Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's episode is gonna be a real one. We're talking about weight loss, but not in a fake motivational way.
Yeah, not just believe in yourself and drink orange juice type of episode.
Exactly. We're talking about why it's actually hard and what people don't say out loud.
Okay, I'm just gonna start with this. Losing weight is simple, but it's not easy.
Yeah, that's the line everyone heard, but I don't think people really understand it until they try.
Because on paper, it's like eat less, move more, done.
But in reality, it's like you're tired, you're stressed, you're busy, and suddenly the simple plan feels impossible.
And also, your body's fighting you, like people forget that part.
Yeah, your body's not trying to help you get abdominals, it's trying to keep you alive.
For me, the hardest part was never knowing what to do, it was doing it consistently.
Same. It's the moment at night when you're like, I could eat something or I could not.
And your brain starts to trace.
Oh, you deserve it. It's just one snack. You'll start again tomorrow.
That tomorrow thing is dangerous.
Yeah, because tomorrow becomes next week and then nothing changed.
Can we talk about how people always go extreme?
Yes, it's like day one, I'm cutting sugar, carbs, eating 1000 calories, and going to the gym every day.
And by day 5, they're exhausted, starving, and annoyed at everything.
And then they quit and feel like they failed.
But really, the plan was just unrealistic.
Yeah, like if your plan only works when your life is perfect, it's not a good plan.
Because real life is messy. You have days where you don't sleep well, you're stressed, things come up.
You go out with friends, there's family dinners, random cravings.
Exactly, so your approach has to work inside that, not outside of it.
That's why I think flexibility is underrated.
Yeah, people think flexibility means lack of discipline, but it's actually the opposite.
Okay, on this question, do you think people expect weight loss to feel comfortable?
Yes, and that's part of the problem.
Same, because there's something going to be discomfort.
Not suffering, but yeah, you will feel hungry sometimes.
And I think people panic when that happens,
Like, something wrong.
when in reality it's just part of the process.
Let's talk about a scale, because that's thing toxic sometimes.
Seriously, it can ruin all your mood in like 2 seconds,
You step on it, it's half a kilo, and suddenly you have gained it night over night.
which is literally not how it works.
Around, it could be water, salt, hormones, anything.
That's why I think people need to zoom out and look at the trends.
I used to think I just need more motivation,
Same, and that's such a trap.
because motivations comes and go.
Yeah, you feel motivated after watching something inspiring, and then the next day you're like, oh, I don't care anymore.
Exactly, so if you rely on that, you're stuck.
That's where habits come in.
What's some habit you think makes the biggest difference?
Honestly, keeping things simple. Like, not trying to change everything at once.
That's underrated.
Yeah, just start with basics. Eat a bit better, move more, repeat.
And make it easy enough that you don't avoid it.
Exactly. If it feels like a huge effort every day, you won't stick on it.
Okay, we have to talk about emotional eating.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Because sometimes it's not about hunger at all,
It's stress, boredom, feeling overwhelmed.
or just wanting something to make you feel better for a moment.
And it works for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then you feel worse after.
I think awareness is the first step there.
Something that changed things for me was how I saw myself.
What do you mean?
Instead of thinking I'm trying to lose weight, I started thinking I'm someone who takes care of myself.
That's powerful.
Yeah, because when your choices start to match that,
It's like you stop negotiating with yourself as much.
I think people underestimate how long this takes.
Yeah, they expect visible results way too fast.
And when they don't see them, they think it's not working.
When actually, they just haven't given it enough time.
Exactly. Slow progress is still progress. It just need feel exciting.
Alright, let's breathe for a second. There's no shortcut.
None.
No magic diet, no perfect plan, no hack that makes it effortless.
It's just doing the basic over and over again.
Even when it's boring.
Especially when it's boring.
Okay, if someone listening right now and they feel stuck, what would you tell them?
I would say stop trying to be perfect, seriously.
That's the good one.
Because perfection is make people quit.
Yeah, just be confident enough.
And give it time, way more time than you think.
For me, it's this. You don't need a new plan, you need to stick to one. Also, social media makes everything worse sometimes.
Oh, 100%.
Because you scroll for 5 minutes and sadly everyone looks perfect.
Yeah, and people compare their normal life to someone else's highlight reel.
Exactly. You don't see the lighting, the editing, the angels.
The fact that someone makes fitness their full-time job.
Meanwhile, most people are just trying to survive work or school and still eat the sand.
And honestly, comparing yourself all the time just kills your motivation.
Because no matter what you do, someone online always look better.
That's why I think focusing on yourself is so important. Another thing people don't talk about enough is sleep.
Yes, sleep changed everything.
Like, when I sleep badly, I crave junk food all day.
Same. And you have zero energy to move.
People think weight loss is only about food and exercise, but recovery matters too.
Your body can't function properly if you're sleeping for 4 hours every night.
And stress affects that.
Definitely. When you're stressed, everything feels harder, even making simple decisions. Do you think people sometimes make weight loss their interpersonality?
Honestly, yeah.
Like, everything does become about calories, workouts, and guilt.
And that's exhausting mentally.
I think balance is important.
Because if your whole life depends on the scale going down, you will never relax.
Exactly. Have should improve your life, not take it over completely.
That means a shift huge. Can we also normalize the fact that progress is linear?
Please.
Because some weeks you do everything right and nothing change.
And other weeks you feel off track and somehow still improve.
That's why people quit too early.
Yeah, they think one bad week ruin everything.
When in reality, consistency is about what do you most of the time.
Not being perfect every single day. What do you think people cheat meals?
I think the name itself is kinda weird.
Right, like you're cheating for eating food you enjoy.
Exactly, I rather think of it's a balance.
Because if you make food completely forbidden, you just want them more.
And then when you finally eat them, you overdo it.
That all or nothing mentally is dangerous.
Yeah, one meal doesn't ruin your progress, just like healthy meal doesn't transform your body overnight. I also think people underestimate how important environment is.
What do you mean?
Like, if your room is full of snacks and you never prepare meals, everything becomes harder.
True. Sometimes discipline just making good decisions easier.
Exactly, small things matter.
Even stuff like walking more without thinking about it.
Yeah, taking stairs, going outside more, moving during the day.
People think everything has to be intense to count.
When actually small habits add up more over time.
Okay, final question. What's the biggest lesson weight loss taught you?
Probably patience.
That's the good one.
Because you realize results come from boring repetition, not motivation.
Honestly, same.
And I think once people accept that, everything gets easier mentally.
Yeah, you stop searching for shortcuts and just focus on showing up.
Even imperfectly.
Exactly.
And honestly, that's probably the healthiest mindset you can have.
Alright, I think that's the perfect place to end.
Thanks for listening, guys.
And remember, slow progress is still progress.